Hi, I'm Michael Welch, President and Chief Executive Officer of Rocky Mountain High Brands. Welcome to podcast number 13. So I decided to wear a tie since it's our lucky number. Christian, welcome back.
Thanks for having me again.
Kathy, welcome back.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Well, I'm
Thank you.
I'm happy to have you here.
Really welcome
It's
back.
good to be back. Yeah, really welcome
Like
back.
welcome back to America
world
kind of
traveler.
stuff.
Yes.
So you're going to have to tell us about your adventurous week this week.
I'd love to.
Okay, great, great. So Christian, why don't you kick us off and give us an update?
So we had Kathy delivered some of the what the can is going to look like to our Mexican client, and here's a prototype of what it will look like. I think we also have it on the camera, and so they were very excited about that. We wanted to do that personally. They actually asked us to come do that personally. They wanted Kathy to come by and bring those, as well as other samples of other products that we're working with them.
So it was a prototype of the Rocket High, and it was samples of both the Rocket High and the California lemonade and black tea.
Absolutely, absolutely. We did some tweaking to the taste of it. Kathy was working with that with us, and it came out to be perfect now.
Oh, that's great.
So now they did the final taste of it and sign off of it, and we're good to go. But we also had the prototype for them to look at it and see what the future is going to look like for the cans. So,
and so is the definition of perfect that it matches our original legacy Rocky Mountain High formulas? Is that what we define as perfect here?
yeah, because when they came to see us originally, it was just a hemp seed extract infused drink, right? And they fell in love with our products. Then they took some of our products and presented to the investors and the vendors and distribution companies, and they all loved it. But when we start working with, when we swapped from hemp seed extract to CBD on the drinks, the whole profile changed.
Right.
So that was part of the hardest work that we had to do to come very near as close possible to that taste.
Oh, I remember the months and months of tasting different formulations.
Oh yeah, three scientists or three chemists later, we got it down to the T. Excuse me. So the Rocket High with CBD in it tastes, I would say 99.9 exactly as our Rocky Mountain High energy drink. Except that one's got CBD in it.
The original citrus flavor,
The
of
original
Rocky Mountain
citrus,
High.
Minus some of the caffeine.
Right.
A little bit.
Right.
We had to lower the caffeine to 89.8 to mgs of caffeine in this particular drink for the crossing the border. If you go 91 above, the taxation on it will increase tremendously. So we had not only we had to come out to look to feel, taste, and look the same, but we had to make adjustments on the ingredients per Cofepris to be able to come into the country.
Right.
So that was a huge challenge. I mean, can you imagine us saying, hey, listen, I want my Ferrari to drive like a Ferrari, but I want you to use Chevy parts.
Right.
Right. And we're like, how do we do this, So,
Also, they wanted the sugar-free version, which we never did, or at least not yet.
Right.
But,
Yep.
So that was a challenge also.
Yeah.
That was a challenge.
Yeah.
Extreme challenge.
Well, I went taste testing with you one weekend, remember?
Yeah, we did. That was, in the rain. That was fun.
You
On a Saturday.
yourself, right? You yourself came and one of the tasting, like you said, and you said, weird, like it really feels like we're there. Like it's almost there, But as the one you tasted last time, it's just perfect. I mean, it's identical. So
Kathy has a more sophisticated palate than I do.
Yeah, or me.
Thank goodness.
That's what I said.
I don't
You
know
tasted.
why. It's a gift.
Thank you for the gift.
That's right.
So we hope that all our shareholders love to see the prototype so they can see how this is going to look like in Mexico and in future in the United States too as well. We'll see what happens there. So that's why we have both flags, because it's not just, we don't want to just have it in Mexico. We want to actually have it in the United States as well. And once we do our small production coming up, then we are ready to maybe let the shareholders be the first ones to purchase it through our website. Maybe do like a little special edition.
That'll be exciting.
Maybe we can put a package the hat and something together just for the shareholders to say, hey, I want that, and they can start blasting it before it crosses the border. Be
That's
the first
a great
ones.
idea.
Be the first ones to have it. So you're part of history. So,
No,
but that's where we at right now. They delivered. As I stated last podcast, the law is now in effect. Everything has been submitted, and so now we're just around the corner. This is why we are allowed to show this, and we are allowed to talk about it more in detail.
So for all the skeptics who have accused us of making this whole story up, and there are many over the last several months, who on the blogs have said that we have fabricated this whole contract.
Yeah,
and
welcome back.
I've read some of that junk.
Right.
We can now say who the parent company is.
Absolutely. One of the main reason why we had to keep the parent company under wraps or have it confidential for gosh, since we started this whole project, was because there's other competitors out there, right? We talked about this before, and since they wanted to be the first ones, to know, submit the permits, and get everything ready to go. They're a big client. They are the biggest client for us, but they're a big company in Mexico that if people were to find out, if it gets down to Mexico that they're doing this, someone else is going to jump all over it because they know that these companies, it's all about making money. And so they're going to follow their steps or try to get ahead of them. So that's why it's been very difficult, and we still have some things that we can only say so far until maybe a couple more weeks. Then we'll hope to have them on our show, or the Rocky Mountain Your Show, and hopefully we would have them here in Dallas signing paperwork and bringing that big fat check, and then I'm gonna probably stress a lot more then because now we have to deliver everything we promised. So we'll see.
It's true.
But
won't be time for vacation.
Exactly. But Kathy got a feeling personally of my good friends in Mexico. I'm originally from Mexico, so take it away. Now let us know how to go.
Right.
So tell us about your trip.
Well, I had the privilege of going to Mexico City, and I flew on Tuesday. I got up really early. It was a flight, but it was a turnaround, so I was only there for a day. So it was a real whirlwind of a trip, but very exciting. And I was a little bit nervous, not much, but just a little.
Well, I can understand that.
Yeah, I haven't been to Mexico City in probably 25 years, but
well, I've been to Mexico several times, but I've never been to Mexico City. So
oh wow,
you've trumped me on that.
Yeah. It's there are a lot of people there, a lot of cars, But it's actually really pretty because they love color, and everything was painted bright colors everywhere you go. Lots of colorful graffiti and paintings. You'll see there's a picture of a painting that's really pretty.
So this is if you back up one, Matt, the one that's as you arrived at the airport.
Right. That's as I'm coming off the plane and walking half a mile to get to customs and go through, where you have to give them your fingerprints and your passport, and they let you in. Basically they're like, okay, you can come into the country. Okay. So that was my walk, Green Mile, walking the mile there. And that was in the airport. Very pretty. Okay, this is coming into that area where, they stamp your passport, and I took this picture. This was like the last picture I was allowed to take as I was coming into there, and I got scolded pretty badly for having my phone out. And I didn't realize, but you could not have your phone. You were not allowed to use your phone or take pictures. And so this was one of the last pictures I took before I got outside of the airport. I was met at the airport by a driver. They had a car and a driver there to pick me up. So I was kind of swept out of there quickly, and this is on the highway. It took us almost an hour to get to the office building.
So what is the iconic symbol that Travelocity uses that is in all their commercials?
The little
the little gnome.
gnome.
Yes. Little
Okay,
gnome.
yes,
That's what this
well-
hat reminds me of.
That was my travel companion.
That was your travel companion, right?
I took him with me everywhere I went and took as many pictures with him as I possibly
That's
could.
great.
I felt, safe with my
That was your
Rocky.
security blanket.
Yeah.
Your international security blanket.
Yeah, I made people wear it. I took their picture. I wore it. This is on the highway. It was really very beautiful.
That's great.
There's my travel companion. I'm very happy to be
That's
in
great.
Mexico City. OXO, everywhere, every corner, and that's where we're going to be.
That's great.
We're going to be in every corner. This is at the office building. It's a very modern and glass and chrome sort of building. It's beautiful. They have their own restaurant, Ambrosia. Unfortunately, I didn't get to eat there because it was so.
Did they feed you while you were there?
No, I didn't have. I
had time.
literally did not have time. I had water in the office, and that was the extent of it. Because as we concluded our meeting there, I was asked, "Well, what time does your flight leave?" And I said, "I have to go back. It leaves at 6." And he was like, "Oh, well, you need to leave then," because it was another hour back to the airport, and then of course I had to go back through security and customs, and so I had to be 2 hours early. So I didn't get to stay and eat at this lovely restaurant or anywhere else.
They asked you to come back.
Yeah, they
because
did ask me to come
get
back and spend more time, and I hope that I can do that. Okay, this is the exciting part.
So
After
there's a clue in this picture, right?
Yes,
Yep.
there is. Find the
name of the parent company in this picture.
I was saying
Right.
find a hat, but
Find
fine.
the hat.
Sure,
There's
whatever.
the hat.
Sure.
I am posing next to our client,
Yeah,
That's
the name of the company.
RCH Grupo. It's a little cut off because
So-
it's cut up, but
So it feels very strange to have that said publicly after
A year.
a year.
A whole year and a few days. Really, literally.
I know, exactly a year. He asked me in the meeting, he's like, "So how long have we been working on this?" And I said, "It's been a year." And he's like, "Wow." So,
It's amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's been an ongoing process, that's for sure. As I said it many times, it wasn't easy.
No.
We made history, that's for sure.
Yeah, we did.
did.
We did. I'm very proud of it. This is inside the office. Very modern and lots of glass and chrome.
And highly secure.
Highly
correct?
secure. Yeah, you have to use your fingerprint to get through a couple of different checkpoints. There are guards in the downstairs, and where you drive in, and at the front door, and so there's my driver. He was in the background.
Secure.
But
Okay.
this suitcase with my hat is what I brought with me, and it's full of all of our samples and our drink, our prototype that we presented to them. They were very, very excited to get.
Did they actually taste the samples in front of you?
No, they didn't.
Oh, that's
we
too bad.
had, we had to secure everything and
For
to be-
leakage purposes, to make sure it didn't leak.
and also
All right.
to get through customs, because it had to, look like an unopened package, and we had to label everything as
samples without
samples with no
any
value.
value to it.
Oh, okay.
So we would have
That
had
makes
to
sense. Right.
unwrap a lot of stuff to be able to taste, and we really didn't have time either. But they were very excited about having it, and I'm sure they probably ripped into it when I left, but we had a lot to talk about. So, and I am posing with the CEO, the office.
The officers of the company. They'll let you know their names and information in a couple of weeks. Just so you guys know they're real. I dealt with them and talk to them on a daily basis, but
they're real.
They're real. So I like
really great people. We had a great meeting, and
take a very good look at that face, that hat, and
there's the hat.
There's the hat again.
Right. So, you know, like I said, they know this group, and for the shareholders' purposes, you know, keep in mind that these guys don't have to answer to us or the shareholders. More like we have to answer to them, right? They're our number one customer and they're our number one client, and we want to make sure that we cater to them and provide to them. Knowing, you know, our investors and knowing some of those folks out there who are gonna challenge some of this stuff, and hey, you know, I understand. You want to take a trip to Mexico? Be my guest. I'll have a driver pick you up. So not a problem. But until we get everything settled and everything gets done, and actually these drinks start crossing the border, we wait for them to tell us and give us their special quote on our press releases and themselves. And that's why I asked everybody to keep their names right now confidential, because once you look at the RCH Grupo or RCH Grupo, you will see that their company is not just beverages. There are a different businesses, brands, and whatnot. And once you see their website, you see all their clients their portfolio of clients that they have from
their business lines.
And their business line.
So it's a very impressive company.
Yes, they're into multifamily real estate. They're in a pharmaceutical company. One of their biggest clients is Little Tree USA, you know, and they have Little Tree Mexico. So all the officers are not listed on the website, their names for security purposes and whatnot. So, but as soon as they get on board with us, and probably after Thanksgiving, we hope to have them on board, and most likely they'll do a podcast through Skype, or maybe just have them here live, you know?
Oh, that'd be great.
I'm sure that'd be great. That's why I said, look at the picture. You don't need to know their names right now. Don't worry about their names. They're as real as they can be. You can ask Kathy. But though, you know, we hope to have them here. If not, we'll do it via, you know, Skype. So shareholders, be patient with us. Again, we ask that, but be respectful of their business, you know. I'm sure somebody's going to try to call over there and say, who's in charge of the Mexico deal? And they're going to say, ¿Con quién quiere hablar, señor? Aquí no hay nadie que quiera hablar de usted. Por favor, aprecie el número uno. So, but that might happen. So, but did you have fun?
I did. I really did have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was
great.
And I was.
Well, thank you for going, and thank you for representing us so well.
I was happy to do it, and they were very happy that I came bringing lots of gifts.
Well, Christian tells me that we got very good reports on you. So
really?
you did a great job representing us. So thank you so much.
This is the perfect time to ask, right? So don't cut it off yet. No, don't cut it off yet. We're talking about our. So,
but you're on videotape.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. So it was a good. I was on the phone with her throughout the whole trip, and you know, making sure she was okay, and it was a good experience for her. I think it was a good experience to expose ourselves, and you hear me, you see me, you know, Michael. But when we put Kathy and someone else in front of the line, and they meet with these guys, and people, you know, they understand this is as real as it can get. So
well, I was invited back. So
well, that's great.
Yeah. Absolutely. So.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Good job. Great job.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Well, thank you all for being here today. Is there anything else that we need to cover that we haven't covered?
Well, the only thing is that part of the samples that were going was for a different distribution company. Like I said last time, it's a global company. So they're going to tell us when they're ready to release that information.
Well, that'll be exciting.
Yeah. And that was in that package.
That was in in there also.
Yeah.
I didn't want to bring it up, but
Yeah. No, you can bring it up. You just can't say the name of it. I mean,
there were
the
other
next-
samples.
That's the next hard
Yeah.
secret to keep.
Yeah,
I'll be glad when we
those-
can have the big reveal on that one.
And as the CEO told Kathy, we're gonna be the first ones in the entire country with this product, and the only ones in
And
the
the
country
only.
for this product right now. Obviously, other people are gonna try to get their permits and whatnot, but he wants to flood the system and say, we're gonna be the kings of these CBD drinks, and
Yeah.
they're gonna do it with us. So as long as we cater to them and we provide and we deliver, be no problem.
Well, that was the first thing he said when he sat down for the meeting is, I have some really good news.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So
Well, while you were doing that, I was meeting with John Rustin of CJC Live Media in Las Vegas,
That's
and
right.
talking about our plans for kicking off the distribution, the sales and distribution of Rocky Mountain High products through their network. So they've got some really exciting plans for getting Rocky Mountain High products, our hemp products, our Eagle Spirit Water, Fitway, into massive distribution very quickly. So I think 2019 is going to be a very good year when you look at what they're going to be doing, along with the Mexico contract, along with the other distribution partner that we cannot disclose yet.
thank you.
It's just more and more things are just lining up for 2019 to be a great year for us.
Yeah,
So we're
absolutely.
excited about that.
It's interesting that we had to cross borders to make it into a bigger hit, right?
Right.
But it's just gonna bounce right back. You know,
It
that's the
is.
whole. That's the
It
really
is.
cool stuff. I know John is very excited about this Mexico deal.
Oh, I know. You kind of had to hold him down.
we had to pin him down, and so because we had to say, "Calm down, hold on, buddy, hold on.
Yeah, that's right.
This is confidential information. Calm on now. You don't want to start the pot here." So
That's
but,
right. So
like I said before, and like Michael and then now Kathy, it's a huge company who is looking at our products, the Rocket High, and they had asked to do any additional products for them, and we deliver that. So everybody cross your fingers that this company says, okay, we love it. Let's go with it. Regardless if they said no for whatever reasons, they're still doing the Rocket High. They're taking over the Rocket High and distributing them themselves. But we took a little stab at it and said, hey, we can do a drink for you. You do drinks, we do drinks. Tell your friends to get with my friends. We can all be friends. So, and it actually worked out.
right.
So we have something they don't have.
Yes, we
Special
sure do.
formulations.
They were so
They were excited.
very excited about the formulation, and they wanted so Kati, how did they do this again?
No, they wanted to know our sources.
Yeah,
and
right.
I was like, oh,
Let me call Christian.
yeah. We'll
And
talk
so-
about that later.
Listen, if the price is right, so we can make things even more bigger for them. So, so we're excited. Very excited.
well, we are too. So, well, thank you all very much.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Michael.
All right. That's the end of the show. So we'll sign off now. Thank you.
Thank you.